Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we are going to be venturing out into our first medium-level Cove run. Now, it's going to be a short one, and I've got a bit of a novel party here, and I don't know if that makes me incredibly clever, incredibly dumb, or if I'm just doing what every other dude's been doing this whole time. But I love the synergy here. I mean, how can you not, right? We're going to drop a mark, and then we are going to go ham. Like, all of these guys are, yeah, just there's a lot of synergy. All these guys are really good at dropping. What am I doing? I can't even camp. So yeah, all of these guys are gonna be dropping big damage on single marked targets. I am a bit worried since we aren't really in much of a position to make too terribly much use out of well, the camping skills at all. So yeah, we're heading a little bit into uncharted territory here, but ideally we do, 2-3 rooms and then we're done. Wish I had known this on the first run. Alright, so
caverns are teeming with nightmares.
One thing that I would like to mention before I get started, somebody commented and said that the narration volume was too low. I had these set to 10 each, and I'm just going to have them set to 20. I hope this sounds good. I'm just going to be messing around a little bit with the audio. Please let me know. Your feedback is important. If it sounds like, you. Neat. If it does sound like hot garbage, please let me know. If this is the ideal volume and it's just been too low all along, please let me know so I can stick with this. And yeah, we'll just sort of adjust accordingly. But yeah, it has been. Yeah, your concern has been noted, and yeah, I just want you to know that I am going to try to. I'm going to try and make improvements on this channel. I do understand that one of the things that, is really cool and interesting about this new release is that the narrator has a lot more lines. So I would like to, you jerk, I would like to highlight that and make sure that that is getting some exposure on this playthrough as well. Well, this is highly annoying and unfortunate. So yeah, we're going to be going hard on this one right here. Now, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Let's see. I honestly kind of want to do Abyssal Artillery.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's got the big protection buff, so instead... Why is this really hard for me to wrap my brain around? I'm not a clever man. So I guess really all we can do is continue to focus on this Joker right here. Blind fire is so terrible. Wait, okay, hold on. What I do remember, from a previous episode, you know what, let's just do it. Yeah, what I do remember from a previous video was I said I'm going to give her Bola, and I didn't do that. So why don't we try that now? So say it right now. I am going to give our Arbalist Bola. Please say it. If we do that, I think we just mark you. Yeah, if we do that, we should be in pretty good shape. Then she'll be able to target the front row more consistently. We won't get, the nice big. We won't get the nice big plus speed bonus for, not targeting. Not targeting and just doing that rapid shot. But I think we can live without it because, to be honest, it's kind of... man. It's kind of... yeah, blind fire is kind of garbage anyway. So here's something that really bothers me. Yeah, if I may put my junior games criticism cap on right here. Yeah, one thing that really bothers me is that, yeah, when you stun, honestly, maybe we just stun anyway. But yeah, when you stun, he keeps the guard status. So even if you hit this target here, and we'll just do that. Oh, he didn't get to refresh his guard status. But yeah, if you hit a target that is being guarded by somebody who's stunned, they still get guarded. And that is A, annoying, and B, doesn't seem like it should happen. I mean, right? And I don't think I'm being unreasonable here. If somebody is supposedly acting as a bodyguard, they're not going to be terribly effective at their job if they are, like, only semi-conscious, right? So, I sent a tweet to Red Hook about that, and they said that is something that they are looking into, and yeah, I guess they have to confirm whether that is an intended, an intended effect of guard status and or stun. But I think when you as a player, when you as a player use it, by the way, I think this should be, oh, it's still 3 rounds, weird. I think when you as a player have somebody who is guarding and then they are stunned, I'm quite certain that the guard doesn't remain in place. I don't want to risk using our other shovel, but you know what? We might come back here. Unless our last battle is like way over here, in which case, you know what? It's not that big a deal. We're still stinking rich anyway. Please don't. Thank you. Let us see here. So, as I have mentioned in the past, fairly recent past, I guess, I just moved back. I just moved back to the United States, and clearly while I was gone, my English skills took a turn for the worse, despite that being what I was teaching in my previous job. Yeah, and I had a job interview today, and that is really, really stressful, isn't it? Like, I think I nailed it. You know, it's not, you know, it's never really like a mystery what they're going to ask you at like an interview, right? You know, what's your previous experience? What are you good at? What are you bad at? But I think I really nailed the what's your weakness question. It wasn't phrased exactly as like what's your weakness, but you know that comes up in every single one, and you know the tendency is to do the humble brag where you're like, oh well, you know, I work too hard. I love my company too much. Really, if there's any one like problem that I can say, it's that my work is perhaps a little bit too perfect. Like, you know, that's high school stuff. Like if they taught you to do that at your high school in like, you know, a life skills class or something like that, can I just don't do that. Like if you do that, they will know that you are they will know that you are lying to them. Because yeah, the only person, how do we want to do this? I think we drop yeah, don't do that. You're not fooling anybody. That trick has never worked. But if oh, this is annoying. Okay. But yeah, don't do that. You're not fooling anybody. But yeah, somebody, yeah, I got asked, it wasn't like, what's your weakness, but it was like, what's some negative feedback that you have gotten in the past from like a supervisor? And I got to say like, well, they told me to stop like right after training we came out. Yeah, I was with a big training group of like 40 people, and most of us were new on the new to the position, and I think we still do this. Yeah, most of us were new to the position, and oh dear. And yeah, we were all, kind of learning the ropes, and after training, some people in my training group like hadn't fully assessed their skills, so they were calling me even though I wasn't in their department, like to help them out. And so yeah, my supervisor said like, please stop helping them. That's not your job. So I got to say today, well, my problem really is that I just want to help people too much. And oh boy, I mean that counts, right? That's like a real, honest, sincere problem. It's just that if it's just one thing that you can really say about me, it's that I care too much about my fellow man. But yeah, please don't. Please don't. If you're in a job interview, don't say, well, my real weakness is that I try too hard, or something like that. Be honest, but don't also, be honest, but don't say I get so angry that I start throwing furniture. Like, even if that's true, and if it is true, I do hope that you seek some counseling for that. That's not a really healthy way to deal with frustration, even if you have a very frustrating job. But be honest. Like, it does come across if you're fibbing, at least from my experience, because we've all fibbed in job interviews before, right? We've all told little white lies or exaggerated our own personal importance. Basically, I think my relationships with other people are all predicated on me basically lying about my own importance. But yeah, just be honest, give a sincere answer, and usually that'll come through. Of course, if I later come back like 2 episodes from now and I'm like, yeah, I didn't get the position, guys. They said I was the worst candidate they ever interviewed. Then I don't know. Maybe I didn't give her Bola. What's your weakness as a candidate? Well, I have terrible memory. Honestly, I could have done blind fire anyway, but I don't think it matters. But yeah, if I come back and they call me and they're like, your interview was awful. Like, not only were you not considered, you were blacklisted. Please don't contact us again. We have already been in touch with the police. Then maybe go back to don't listen to my advice at all. Maybe go back to saying like, oh yeah, my biggest weakness is that I care too much. No, the real best answer to that, of course, is they ask, what's your biggest, what do you think is your biggest weakness? And you should say, of course, kryptonite, and then just have this big, hearty belly laugh. Ha 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 ha. You share a moment. You're all just laughing, having a great time, and then just lean in really close and say, "But seriously, I have no weaknesses." Boom. Nailed it. Nailed it. Hire that person today. Just trust me on this. I have had a job before. And, have I been fired before? Yes, I have. I don't really think I need to defend or justify myself. Yes, I have been fired before, but Was it for lying about having no weaknesses? No, it wasn't. It was for an entirely different reason that I will not get into right now. How is this run going? Pretty well. Pretty well. What are we gonna do about this situation? Health, fine. I think we just soften him up. He gets one swing here. Boom. And now, yeah, I feel pretty good about closing this out. 8 damage and avoiding that big hit and that big stun. We're in good shape. Probably could have gotten by with less than 6 bandages, but you know what? There's no shame in being prepared. What's your biggest weakness as a candidate? Well, I'm over-prepared. I guess that's the problem. Nobody's ever said that. That's not a weakness. That's a strength. Oh, yeah. Batman. What an idiot. Does anybody ever say, oh, Batman's stupid because he's not, or because he's too prepared? No. What do they say? Batman, when he has time to prepare, is the most powerful superhero. And rightfully so. Of course he says that. Like, he has a contingency plan for every superhero going rogue. I should have opened that chest. What is your biggest weakness as a candidate? Well, I tend to miss very obvious details. I would say that's probably my biggest weakness. Good grief. Alright, let's see. Well, we obviously can't let this stand. I mean, we already learned fighting that pirate ship. Can I call it a P-ship? We fought the P-ship in the last boss fight, and that, and also the hypnosis from the siren, both debuffs, so we have to take care of that. Spotted fever, not to worry about. There we go. Precise striker. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to keep that one around. This is a short episode, but guess what? That's a good thing, because some of my episodes have been pretty long. So I'm just going to cut off here. I'm going to do a little bit of management here on my team. Why do you think you would be good for this management position? Well, I've managed a staff of 25 people of varying skill levels. I've taken them through very high-stress situations, and only lost a couple along the way. Only lost a couple. How many? Gosh. You know what? You want to ask about my weaknesses? Anyway, let's call it here, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.